motivation, trying to encourage you and educate you. Certified life coach, Tennessee, helping us all prevail every day. So you know what that means?
This is the H.O.P.E Show.
What's up? Welcome everybody to the H.O.P.E Show. Today is 4-3-2-1, April the 3rd, 2021. Today we are here to bless you guys with a little bit of hope as we do each and every Saturday. Y'all thank Aisha for the 4-3-2-1 because she is a genius, right? All right, y'all. So guess what? So today's gonna be a good day. We got a good lineup, of course, as always. So look, I'm gonna give it over to Aisha and let her go ahead and bring it on in. But in the meantime, like, share, and comment. I know that's her thing, but I see the hearts coming in, so bring them all in. Everybody come in, bring your hearts, bring your likes, bring your comments and your shares. Please, please, please. All right, Aisha, take it away.
Yeah, he about to get it today. He chiming in on my part.
Look like we got a little bit of difficulties with Aisha's screen today. I hate to steal her part, y'all. You know, she ready for this part.
Okay, there we go. So I don't know what's going on. Somebody internet not working. It might be me, but I'm here. Aisha Shemaine, no last name. Y'all know how we rocking 4-3-2-1 this Saturday. I do want y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. As always, y'all know how I am now. Tune in them comments. Let us know where y'all are watching from. Tag a friend. Tag a person. Tag anybody. Mama, sister, brother, daddy, cousin. Y'all know what to do. Tag it. Engage with us in the comments. Don't forget to like and don't forget to share. We got a good show for y'all today. And we just thank y'all so much for tuning in. Back to you, DJ.
Right. So now we do have Miss Tanisha Atkins, which is our confidence coach. She is our co-host today, as well as our brand spotlight. So guys, just wait, because she got something to say to y'all. But in the meantime, let her go ahead and speak for herself and tell you guys where she's at and what's up.
What's up, Hope fam? It's Tanisha R. Atkins. I'm all the way holding it down in the H-Town, because that's how we do in H-Town. And I'm happy to be on the show today. I'm ready to do my co-hosting duties, and I'm going to shoot it back to DJ.
I am DJ. Hey, look, y'all, we got to bring on the Hope coach, because she back there waiting. I'm sure she ready, right?
So and she's giving us them eyes.
Yeah. Y'all can't see it, but I can. Hope coach!
Hope. What's that mean? Helping others prevail every day.
Yeah. Bringing the H.O.P.E. Yeah, that's what it be for everybody. It's the only way, helping others prevail every day. With Tante by your side, you know she always down to ride. And she's certified. She help you glide so you can set to the sky, no matter how high. Cause she not just a life coach, she the whole coach. And she help you steady it in on the approach. And she always keep it 100 with inspiration, motivation, and encouragement. That means real life solutions for real life challenges. So if you stumble, she gonna help you balance it. Cause it's never okay to abandon ship, especially with a mother-daughter relationship or anything that you need help with the words to say. So schedule your free session today.
She bringing hope, bringing hope, bringing hope. Yeah, that's every day. Cause when there's hope, when there's hope, when there's hope, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, she bringing hope, bringing hope, bringing hope. Yeah, that's every day. When Tante by your side, you got more than what it takes.
Y'all act like y'all not happy to see me. I don't
What's
know why. DJ done already said it's 4321 by Aisha, or if you're in the military, it's 1234 because they write the dates backwards or whatever. Then when he said that, Isha gave him a look like, I know he didn't just steal my stuff, and he, give me your props and everything. But listen, welcome everybody to this week's episode of the Hope Show. Hello to our YouTube family. Hello to our Twitter family. Hello to our Facebook family. Hello to our replay, rebroadcast. I caught you later family. Whichever category you fit in, hello and welcome to the Hope Show this week. Here at the Hope Show, HOPE is an acronym for helping others prevail every day. We want you to come on in on Saturdays, fill up on hope, enough to get you through the week, and then come back the next Saturday. So I'm excited to be here today. I always like to start off by acknowledging the most important people, in my life. So I got to start off with God. Without him, wouldn't even be here today. So thank you, God. Y'all, I got a videotape on Mr. Tate earlier today. I don't know if y'all know, like, before I got married, I had heard stories of this, but I didn't really believe it. How some people talk in their sleep. Anybody else know anybody else who talk in their sleep? DJ, you know anybody? East, you know anybody?
The one of your
Right.
narrators do.
It's real. It's real. So today he talking in his sleep, talking about his arm broke. Can I come help him? He done broke his arm and he can't move. And I'm like, boy, you are asleep. You're asleep. So lately I started videotaping him.
Don't play it. Don't play it.
So, y'all, he was talking in his sleep, and he was like, "You wouldn't come help me." And I got the camera rolling, so I'm entertaining him now. So I said, "What you mean I wouldn't come help you? My arm was broke." And then I said, "But I did come over and move your arm." He said, "But you knocked me out, and I passed out." I said, "Well, how you know that your arm broke if you passed out and all that?" Well, right before it, and people wake up from passing out, and so. I said, so can you move your arm because I need this for the camera. When I said that, Tanisha, his eyes opened up. He woke up and he was like, "Oh my God, that's not fair. That's not fair." So anyway, y'all, it was real funny. I'm not doing the story justice because the moment I said I need evidence for the camera, he woke up. I'm like, okay, so now I know how to wake you up. So, but hello to everyone. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm excited for our featured brand spotlight, also co-host. Back in the day when we initially started the Hope Show, this year we will celebrate our 3rd-year anniversary. She was one of the very first guests to come on, spotlight her brand, and has been with me since the beginning of time and even before that time. So in a moment, we'll, get to the official introductions, but we're going to get this show started off. One thing I always like to do in this season is give you a scripture as to through hope. One way is I want to give you a scripture. Sometimes I forget to do it, but today I wrote it down. And so today's scripture is found in Luke chapter, oh my goodness, Luke chapter, I don't know because I didn't write that down. But anyway, I think it might be Luke chapter 10, verse 19. I don't know, y'all. Don't quote me on that. But the word is true. I wrote the word down. It says, "Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the enemy." So I see Miss Nita in the comments. She's our resident scripture theologian, so she may find the exact scripture for me and post it later on. But anyway, the reason why that scripture stood out to me this week is because I went through something earlier in the week, and the first thing I did was I started crying, and because I couldn't believe it, I got some news regarding one of my businesses. But then the Holy Spirit led me to this scripture. It says, I give you power over all enemies. So if you're facing something in your life today, this week, last week, whatever, I want to encourage you to know that we have power over all enemies, all forms, shape, fashions, shape, size, colors, whatever, however they show up. we have power over them. So being encouraged. See, thank you, Sprinkler Glam. She says that's Luke 10 and 19. So I was right. I didn't put together. Luke chapter 10, verse 19. So when I got the news that I got, so somebody out there may be getting some kind of news today. Hope showed up for me and began to tell me what I need to do. You need to call an expert in the area that you need help with regarding your business. You need to go to the word and be reminded of what the word of God says. Whose report will you believe? And I chose to believe that I have power over all the enemy. So be encouraged with that today. Ish, I think you may be ready to give us our lineup for the day. If not, we'll fill it in because them lashes is on point, girl. Let me see them lashes.
Ooh, nice.
We ain't mad. Look, she froze just like that, DJ. That's yeah. So we're gonna see.
But yes. Okay, for the lineup today, y'all correct me where I'm wrong because I might be a little wrong. But we have, of course, You've Got Mail. If you don't know what that is, I'm sorry, We've Got Mail. Correct me where I'm wrong. Tune in for that. That's always good. We have our brand spotlight, which we will be introducing here in a moment. As always, we have words from our sponsors. What's our topic today, y'all?
Oh, it's a good one. It's family conflict, aka family drama. So
there you go. So family drama, family conflicts, and that is a good topic. I could definitely chime in on that. And then we also have some announcements. Shout out.
Right. And then we may do some of the What Hope Means to You video. DJ will tell you about that later on. About what hope means to you and what we're looking for and what we're going to be doing with that. So having said that, DJ, you know you always like to start off with the comments. I don't see them scrolling around. I'm trying to do it. Listen, y'all, in case y'all don't know, the Millie, he also like our producer. He produces the show. He kind of keep us in order and tell us what to do and stuff. So last week he was like the comments and scrolling, below. But I don't see anything today yet, so I don't know. So I'm just gonna ask him. I'm gonna do my normal. Hey, DJ, you got any comments you want to address before we get into the heart of the show?
So we do have some comments here. A few comments that came in today.
Hey, Sprinkle Girl.
Hey, Sprinkle. One of our most favorite brands.
Hey, you too, baby. You too.
So she did speak to everybody individually.
She did.
So, yeah.
You just friend. Hey, friend. Aisha got a heart and everything. Okay.
Don't be extra.
As of right now, that is all our comments that we do have right now.
Hey, Miss Nita.
I do see the people in the comments. I do see them. I do see some
bling bling.
Hey, wow, bling on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So I do see people that are watching right now. If you are watching right now, just give us a shout out. Just say hey. Just say hello. Let us know where you are, or even just put a dot, 2 dots. That's good for us. We'll be all right with that, right? All right, y'all. So moving forward, let's go into our next segment, which is We've Got Mail. I don't know what We've Got Mail be coming from, y'all, but keep sending them. They're getting better and better every time.
I'm going to send mine in. Let's go.
We've Got Mail.
Dear Hope Squad, I asked my mommy for boneless Wingstop wings. She asked me if I had Wingstop money. Why do black people say that to kids? Signed, a kid. P.S. Mommy said I could write you.
Can you read that one more time?
Bring it up, honey. I'll read it one more time.
Okay.
Dear Hope Squad, I asked my mommy for boneless Wingstop wings. She asked me if I had Wingstop money. Why do black people say that to kids? Signed, a kid. P.S. My mommy said I could write you. Now, I just want to say she want the boneless wings. You know they're more expensive. But anyway, let's get into it, y'all. Why do people say that to their kids?
Maybe because kids always begging for stuff, always want something. So then, if you say you got money, they ain't got no money. So, they can't have it because they ain't got no money. So that's like the slick way of saying no, but without saying no.
It's definitely slick. But me as a mom, I don't say that to my kids. Like, Riley asked.
Her internet ain't gonna let her win today. Well,
Tanisha or Atkins, how would you respond to the little kid in this letter?
I'll just have to tell this kid, this is just like a traditional thing. It's just certain stuff that, since she said black people, it's just certain stuff that it just goes on generation. I don't know. To me, it's just a awakening, letting her know that, hey, this costs money. I understand what you want and everything, but the money may not be there for you to get. I don't know. It's just I think we all have heard that, before. It's just, you want this, but do you have the money to pay for it? Basically, like, so you want me to pay for it. I don't think the mama was necessarily trying to be rude. I just think she was just letting her know, do you have money for this? What was your expectation for you telling me that,
And I think that's a part that's missing from that side of the conversation. Because typically, it does start with, do you have money for that? Mm-hmm. When that could be a conversation starter to get us talking about finances, to introduce your children to finances and how money management works. Yeah. They're getting allowances or whatever. So to answer this, I personally know the writer of this letter. This was not one of the random ones. I know the writer of this letter. So to answer her, I would say that as the confidence coach told us, Tanisha's told us, it's just some things are just traditional. That's a traditional response to help teach you a lesson. Aisha kind of went out in and out, so we'll let her finish her thought, and then I'll come back and finish mine.
I don't know why my internet acting crazy today. But as I was saying, when it comes to my daughter, I don't know. I just don't say it. It's just either a yes or no for me. If it's a no, I give her like an expectation as to when. She won't be asking me all the time, but that's just me. I don't use that phrase with my kids.
Okay. So Aisha is saying that we should be setting expectations for our kids. So, as an advocate of family meetings, I would say, to the writer of this letter, first, that's a very good question. And ask your mommy to respond to that question. Ask her that very same question. And then to the mommy, I would say, be prepared to have an open-ended discussion with your children. Talk about budgeting, talk about finances, explain to them, do an activity with them. Okay, teach them math. But teach them bill math. So you may be saying, what's bill math? Okay, here's what we got to pay for the electric bill. Write that amount down. Here's what it takes for food. Have them write that amount down. Here's what it takes for whatever it is. Have them write that amount. Now add that all up. You've just done bill math. So because of bill math, right now, it may not be a good time to have those boneless wings from Wingstop. But I believe on Tuesdays, you can get them for 50 cents each. So what we're going to do is put this, in a request jar for a Tuesday meal when it's 50 cents each. And I also recommend that you save a couple dollars from your allowance. But I think that it's a good thing that the writer of this letter asked us this question because it gives us a chance to talk about what we can do as a family. So if you're a parent out there and you know that that's your rhetorical answer is, do you have money? Maybe stop that rhetorical answer and replace it with, well, let's talk about, this, because I look at my son all the time and scratch my head because he wanted Jordans every time they came out. But I see him going getting his kids' shoes from Academy. No, and then I had to go through, there's like a magazine. I don't know if it's called East Bay. There's like a sneaker magazine, East Bay. had them coming to the house, and every time one came, I held my heart because I knew what that meant. It was going to be a request coming. But he tells me now, he like, look, I'm gonna tell you just like he said, you was the crazy one, you know. I'm just not doing it for my kids, you know. So you the crazy one. And I remember one time when Jordan was little, I was down visiting. I lived in Dallas at the time, and he ran by, and he said, I forget what it was. I don't know if they were Air Maxes or whatever, but he was like, Nana, I want some. I'm just gonna say, he said, Nana, I want some of these Air Max or whatever. And I looked at Joe, and Joe said, I know he knew not to ask me, but of course y'all know his Nana got them shoes for him too. But I'm just saying, you know, parents have conversations. And I like what a comment that we have. I'm gonna see if I can show it on the screen. From Tawana Joe Harrison, Coach Tawana Joe in the house. She says, teach them the value of money. Yes, have that conversation. Teach your children the value of money. You know. True. So to the kid who wrote the letter, you know, here's our response. Go ahead and ask your mommy that question. And then mommy, be prepared to have a discussion with your child. Because do you have Wingstop money? That's really not an answer. And then, she's only 8 years old, and she got more wisdom because she said, why do Black parents always say that to their kids?
Yeah, she sounds like she's real sharp.
Yes. So, any final thoughts on the kid letter today?
No, I ain't gonna say no, but I'm gonna just say I think you made a good point just by, you know, saying to them, count the bill money, to teach them the value of $1. That is something that I'll start instilling with Riley, and when Corey gets old enough, her too. But yeah, I think it's a good point, and that was a good question. So kudos to the writer.
Yes, very good question. Very good question. Very good question. So that concludes our segment on We've Got Mail. We're going to go to a break, a word from our sponsors. Listen, if you are interested in working from home, you want to be your own boss, we want you to take note of this message and then follow suit.
Got it.
Become an innovative boss today. Always wanted to work from home? Be your own boss? Call 1-800-259-0277. Must have home phone, computer, and internet.
So, if you didn't catch all of that, you can catch it. You know how commercials do. They come in and then they be gone. We may show it again, but in the meantime, if you want to be a boss, you can just put in the comments, I want to be a boss, and we can follow up with you that way. All right. So without further ado, we want to go ahead and bring, y'all, I keep wanting to call her T-Belly. She may tell you why she's T-Belly. But I know that, you know, we all evolve and we all become deeper and broader in our brand. But we gonna show you a video. Then we're gonna have a photo. Then I'm gonna come back in and talk to you about our featured brand spotlight today.
Do it.
You guys, right there on the screen, you see the one and only Tanisha R. Atkins. She's also known as the Confidence Coach. She's a brand strategist. She's a mentor to women. She is a person you need in your life to evolve to what God has purposed you to be. Whatever your passion, your purpose, whatever, she's a go-to person. And she's in our brand spotlight today to give you more information regarding her as the confidence coach, your brand strategist, and some other projects that she's working. So without further ado, we welcome to the H.O.P.E Show, Tanisha R. Atkins.
Woo! Thanks for having me, H.O.P.E Show. I always love being on the H.O.P.E Show. Y'all always treat me just like family. When I leave off the H.O.P.E Show, I just feel like some type of celebrity or something. So thank y'all so much for having me back today.
You are a celebrity. You don't have to, in this case, what you feel is true because you are a celebrity. We are so excited to have you here. And I first want to start off with the confidence coach. As the confidence coach, can you tell us about that part of that? I like to call it division. Can you tell us about that division of your brand?
The confidence coach, I've recently this year, well, I'm not going to say this year, last year, just the confidence coach. You know how sometimes when you start your brand and, you're trying to figure out what to call yourself, I'm the transformational coach, or I'm this type of coach, which all those coaches are needed. And so I just kind of begin to research and figure out what it is I do. So I consider myself definitely to be a visionary, and I consider myself a person that can motivate you to see you for who you are, to see the potential in you. And so that's something that has driven me forward for years, just getting back to connecting to, I am not my circumstance. I am not what's happening around me, but there's something on the inside of me that's pushing me. And just believing that you have to have that confidence that as one of your foundations to move forward. Because if you are always second guessing and questioning who you are and why you're here, you're always going to be stuck. You're always going to feel stuck. You're always going to feel worthless and just like you don't matter. You don't mean anything. Your life is hopeless. And so I'm the confidence coach. I'm the one that's almost kind of jump inside of you, if I could say it that way, and to just kind of stir you up to say, no, you are somebody, don't pay attention to this, what's going on around you. Look inside, like pull it out, push through it. So I was like, okay, when that kind of came to me and I looked up, I was like, I'm gonna be the confidence coach, because I can definitely push you forward and say, hey, life is not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. You got to go anyway. You got to get back up anyway. And so that's what it is for me, just having that confidence that I'm going to make it to the other side. Like, it's dark right now, but I am going to make it. Like, I don't care if I have to crawl to get there. I don't care if it's going to take me longer than somebody else. Like, I'm going to get there. And so that's what that is for me. That's what that whole confidence message is for me.
I love it. And so, and as the confidence coach, who is your audience? What type of clientele do you deal with or service, I should say?
Right now, I am servicing women right now. My ministry, if I can say it that way, my niche or my call is definitely geared towards women. A lot of people have asked me why, men need motivation too. And I get that, and they do, but that's not what I feel in my spirit, that I need to be ministering to women who have gone through what I've gone through, women that have low self-esteem like I used to have, women who were...
I'm sorry, let me stop you right here. Listen, guys, this would be a great place to go ahead, like, share, comment, tag a friend. You may know someone in your circle who is struggling in the area of confidence, and we want to fill them with hope today. And one way we can do that is by you sharing this broadcast right now. So if you can do that for us, great. All right, Coach, as you were saying.
Yes, this would definitely be a good time to share, because you just don't know what people are going through. People walk around with smiles on their faces, but there are so many people that are depressed and just dealing with things, and that could just use that one word of the day just to pick them up. So definitely that. But I definitely, I was saying, like with women who were bullied, people that have been bullied, things like that, people whose their self-esteem has been crushed by something, someone, or some event that has happened in their life. I definitely specialize with those women because I was that woman. I was the girl in the background, not saying anything, just want to keep peace with everybody. So I keep my mouth shut and I let people come in my life and do whatever and treat me however. And then I had an awakening, after I kind of went through some things professionally that just awakened me to say, if you don't learn to stand up for yourself, this is going to go on and on and on and on. And so that was the awakening of the confidence coach. That was the awakening right there. So I hope that I answered your question.
Oh, you did, girl. That sounds like a book title.
Look, I need to write down.
So we know. So listen, guys, to our Hope fam viewers, listeners, if it's you or someone else who's struggling in the area of confidence, we definitely want to connect them with the confidence coach. So please make sure you reach out, share, send them this so that they can get connected to the hope that they need. So now, can you tell us a little bit about how you have evolved? I'm getting now to the brand strategy side of you. And I say that because I know that there are various entities of your brand that fall under the business headline. So if you can tell us about that. Hey, Ashley, I see you joining. You late, girl. Where you been? Okay, let me not fuss at her. She here.
You said, can you repeat the question for
Yes,
me?
you can tell us a little bit more how you have evolved in your brand, because I know that there are different facets of your brand, which kind of leads over to that brand strategist that you're walking in. So can you tell us how all that evolved and how you got to that point?
Absolutely. The best way I can explain it to you is I tell people like this, life is always talking. That's my line. You're always going to hear me talk about how life is talking and leaving clues. And life just began to leave me clues at a point when I was in my life that I did not know what step to take next. And I picked up each puzzle piece, each clue, and I started kind of putting them together. And I started noticing that I had the ability to help people to break down what they were going through, to get clear, to unclutter their thoughts. So I definitely just kind of started there. And like you said, it was a little confusing to me at first because I can do so many things and my mind was all over the place. Like over here, I'm a writer and over here I'm doing, so I didn't know how to put it all together, but it just was about me keep moving forward as I begin to move forward and learn about branding and learn how to separate the brands and still make them all make this a brand and that a brand. It's just now I can tell you this. Now I'm at the place where you'll hear me more so talk about Tanisha R. Atkins, because I'm rebranding a lot of things. And so I didn't do that at first because I was branded underneath my company, but I had to realize that I first am the brand.
So wait a minute, hold on. I'm about to get you. Because when I first started, y'all, I can do this. It's really my good friend. We sisters. Don't nobody get offended in the comments. I'm not bullying her or anything, but I'm going to get her though right now. When I first started my podcast, I did a series on branding. And the first thing I said was, you as an individual is a brand.
Right.
And that's been about 2.5, almost 3 years ago. So I'm gonna get you, but that's okay.
But that was the seed. See, that you planted the seed. That was the seed.
She coming around, y'all. She's good. But
it was definitely the seed.
I'm so glad that you said that, because when I first started out, a lot of people would be like, because I have shirts that say I am TNT. And so when I go out and people ask me, well, what is TNT? What does your shirt mean? It opens up an opportunity for me to tell them about the different divisions of my brand. Because, Nike just don't have Nike. Out of Nike comes the Jordans, comes the Air Maxes, comes whatever it is up under that brand. So that's what for me, but I'm gonna let Tanisha continue to evolve. And
now that was a good point. That's definitely and since you kind of said that, really too, you were talking about like how I evolved. It was kind of connecting with like powerful women, you know, like you and like Tawana and like other people that will see the potential in me and that will pull me forward. And that's important. You know, who you have around you matters. You got to have some pullers around you. And I'm not talking about pulling down. I'm talking about some pullers, some up pullers. Because there's two different kind of pulls, you know. And so people like that were helping me, like saying, you know, the things that you're saying, you know, you have a good message. It's like, come on. And so just evolving and just letting go and going with it and saying the more steps I took, the more confident I became that I can do this. And I didn't know all the steps starting out. You know, when you start out, you don't know everything, and that's okay. I think coming from a place of being a perfectionist, I had to let that go because I wanted to know it all from A to Z before I get started. Because one thing about people, we don't like making mistakes. But you're gonna make a mistake. That's you know, that's not, you can't help that. So once I let that go and kept moving forward and let my pullers pull me up, and it's just every day it gets clearer and clearer. And so, you know, that's basically how I evolve. Just keep walking, keep good people around me, have confidence in myself that some days are good, other days are better, and I'm gonna keep on rolling.
Absolutely. I love that. So as we talk about Tanisha R. Atkins, and you mentioned you were initially branding up under your business. Tell us about the different divisions of your businesses that are out there.
The business that I have out now, I have Divas Incorporated, and that is my business consultant. I am a Christian brand strategist consultant. And I have to say that because that's the way I was told to brand. A lot of people don't like when you put the word Christian in there, but that's how I was told to brand my business. And it's all because of the way I run it. So I do that. I work with clients. I help them to strategize their business from the inside out. We rebrand, we restructure. I'm working now with $1 million company that's grosses $1 million that just don't know what they're doing on the inside. And you may think that's kind of crazy to say you have that much money, but some people are just passionate about things, but they don't really have the knowledge or the wisdom of how to lay them out, how to structure them. So I help restructure, rebrand, rebuild, all that stuff. So I do that. And then the nonprofit side is the Confident Woman brand. And that's why I do my mentorship, where we just work with women and get them to go back and see who they are. How did you first lose your confidence? Who made fun of you? Where did it go? And how you can get it back. So that's under all of the business side of things.
Love it. So you have Divas Incorporated, and I may have missed it. I'm sorry. I got a message. Did you say you do you still have the T-shirts?
The T-shirts right now is on hiatus just because I'm getting ready to move and I need to restructure that. And so I was doing good with the T-shirts, but just for a second, you know, I had to sit it down. And that's okay to do that, people. I want y'all to know that if you're doing something and you need to come back and restructure, don't be afraid to do that. It was going good, but I needed to be better. So once I move and get my stuff situated, the T-shirts will be back on and popping. I already got new designs in the works. So
okay. So can you tell us the history of the type of T-shirts? Because they're more than just T-shirts. It's like wearing confidence or something like that.
Yes, the T-shirts are called Diva Tees. And so why name a T-shirt Diva Tees? I don't consider myself a diva, but the diva is for dynamic, invincible, valuable, and amazing. So they're empowerment tees. And so they say things like, I am necessary. I am God's masterpiece. I am worthy, or all this, I am confidence, all type of different like affirmations on a T-shirt. And some people, because I read one time in one of your comments that some of your audience has had a issue with the fact of somebody said I'm amazing and everything like that. And I just wanted to address that because some people, particularly in the Christian community, think that that's bad for you to say I'm awesome and I'm amazing because they said the Bible says that other people praise you. And that is true. I'm not telling you to walk around, tap on people's shoulders and say, hey, look at me. I'm the girl. But what I am telling you is that your mentality has to be, I am amazing. That has to come from the inside. It's more of a mentality, of an attitude is what it's about. It's not about going around being arrogant. There's a difference between being arrogant and being confident. So I don't believe we should just go around saying, look how cool I am. I did this last year and this. But I do think that you have to learn how to validate yourself. And if you don't start there, you'll be looking for validation from the world. And then when you don't get it, you feel like you're nobody because people are not telling you you're somebody. So that was the purpose of the t-shirt. So I don't want nobody to think like this ain't got nothing to do with somebody you pumping your head up and all. This is just more of an attitude. And that's what made me name them Diva Tees, because when people think of diva, they think of attitude. And what's wrong with having an attitude that, hey, I'm amazing? What's wrong with having that?
It's a positive attitude.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I don't either, because there's nothing wrong with a positive attitude. So people see attitude or tude and they gravitate to the negative side. I would tell those individuals to check themselves, because there is something called a positive attitude, positive affirmations, positive mindset. And it's nothing wrong with wearing it and saying that you are amazing. You know, and they always want to go to the Bible. I know this may be for another segment, another show, even, but they always want to go to what the Bible says. The Bible also says, so a man thinketh, so is he.
Right.
So, you know, come on with those of you Bible scholars, theologians, you Christian church folks. That's what they should. Okay, I'm getting off track. Okay. But so we look forward to Diva Tees coming back. And I also believe that there was, and I know I'm throwing all this at you, but I just think that we just need to plant that seed, get the word out. I know you had a very successful mentoring program. Have we talked about that yet?
We did that. I was just saying, like, with the Confident Woman brand, that's what I do my mentorship under. It's called, I have a club, the Confident Girls Club. And in there, I took about 12 weeks and mentored about 10 ladies. We went through the steps, and I do everything from a biblical perspective, because Christianity, that's just me. I'm not going around like I'm a Bible scholar, but that's what I'm called to do, you know? And so we went in there, and I was able to go back and show them what God said about them, what God made them to be, how he feels about them, how they're always on his mind, and it just raised their confidence level up. Because when you always have people telling you, you know, people will throw your faults out to you all the time, but you very rarely find people that'll tell you, hey, you're great at this, you're this. And so I just wanted to teach them how to, again, just validate themselves based on, I can be confident because this is what God put in me. And that's why I'm confident. So that was the Confident Woman brand mentorship. I'll be kicking it off again in a couple of months. I'll be getting more ladies and mentoring them again. And we're going to just keep it moving. So that's under the Confident Woman brand.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm not sure what happened to Aisha. There she is.
You moving us around on the screen like Tanisha went big, then you.
Yeah, I was like, where am I?
But I'm right here.
I was like, where am I?
But the morning coffee podcast show, are we still doing that?
See, y'all see, that's why I love the H.O.P.E Show. The H.O.P.E Show got my back, okay? I definitely still have morning coffee, because I am rebranding a lot of things under Tanisha R. Atkins. My website, TanishaRAtkins.com, will be coming soon. And so everything, like with morning coffee, all of those things will shift under me. And so right now I'm doing another show that me and Tan will probably tell you about later. So, you know, and then, but morning coffee is still alive. I can't get rid of morning coffee. That's my first brand baby right there. So I still got morning coffee live too.
Good, because that's where I first, discovered
you.
Yes,
I know. I love the H.O.P.E Show.
Starting my podcast, so you're an inspiration for me. So I still look forward to the morning coffee podcast show.
Yes.
So what would you say to someone who is maybe just starting out, maybe just getting into the flow of things, trying to get their business together? Like, what advice would you give someone that's just beginning and wanting to get to maybe where you are or get to another place, like depending on what they're doing, what advice would you give someone?
I definitely would tell them, spend some time behind the scenes a little bit before you jump out there. And get clear about what you want to do. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know why you're doing it. That's the biggest thing. Like, we get ideas. Is it because you want to make more money? You know, do you want to change people's lives? Whose life do you want to change? And how do you want to go about doing that? So the more time you get clear behind the scenes, and I'm not saying taking 5 years, but you need to take a minute to think about what you want to do and then come up with a plan. And if you can't afford a brand strategist, I would definitely invest in myself and in the business to say, hey, this is what I have. Because brand strategists can sometimes help you to save money, believe it or not. They can help you to save time because they don't think like you. Somebody else can look outside of your brand and say, oh, this is simple. You can start this with $20. Like, to start a podcast, don't cost you any money to do that. So just get clear about what you want to do. Take some time to think about it, know your why, and start taking steps and put one foot in front of the other. Don't think you have to have $1 million to start, but you do have to start somewhere. So that's what I would definitely tell them. Get up off of that dream and make it happen. Like my girl B say, be about that action. That's what I'll tell them.
I know that's right. So another question for you. So you said that you were revamping and you were putting everything under Tanisha R. Atkins. At what point was the turning point for you to know, okay, I have to rebrand? Because sometimes people look at rebranding like, oh, I messed up or something's wrong or stuff like that. Like, what was the turning point for you to know that I have to rebrand my brand?
The turning point for me was because I have 2 vision boards, and I tried to put everything on one vision board and it wasn't flowing. And so I said, something is off. You know, it's not, I have Tanisha R. Atkins, but how does that connect with Divas Incorporated? Even though I know I'm the CEO behind the brand, but it wasn't flowing to me. When I separated the vision boards, like, I'm looking at them now, and it's like, it's totally, that was it for me. Tanisha R. Atkins, I can tell you, like, under there, because I do a lot of motivational talking, like I have segments and shows like through Morning Coffee. And I'm a writer. So over there, I'm a writer and a speaker. But then with Divas Incorporated, that's with my team. That's a brand. That's a whole different thing. So when I look at the products that are underneath, that's a clue of, sometimes we, like, if you're making cereal, if I'm Kellogg's, I'm not going to have vacuum cleaner bags under my Kellogg's. You see? So that's a whole nother company. That tells you you're trying to enter brand, and you can't, there's too many visions going on like that. So you have to separate them and put them where they go. So over here, that's my books and my morning coffee and all the things, my podcast, all that stuff that I'm going to use to motivate people. But over here, that's my strategy where I'm going to go do it for somebody else. Like, we're going to break your brand down. So you have to just that's why I said, once I said, yes, I'm going to do it, it was a good thing that I said yes, but sometimes in that yes, you're going to get to that point in the road where you're going to say, this is a lot. It feels too much. It's something off balance. Like, I can't do everything at one time. And when you get like that, you got to stop and take a clear look at the blueprint and say, what exactly am I doing? You know, and once you do that, you kind of separate them. That's when I knew. I was like, it feels, now when I say Tanisha R. Atkins, it feels clearer to say podcast, speaker, writer, you know, so it just feels like fresh air, honestly.
Wonderful. And that's good that you recognize that, because a lot of times we keep going and we just like, I'm gonna do this, and we don't recognize sometimes that the change is necessary. So for everybody out there who think it's not okay to revamp, it's okay. Sometimes you gotta sit back and you gotta do it again or redo it or switch some things around, but that doesn't mean it isn't gonna work. That just means you gotta do it.
Especially when you start feeling overwhelmed. When you start feeling overwhelmed, you know, your purpose and the things that you love is not supposed to feel like that. Right. When you're feeling overwhelmed, that means your structure is off. And it's you can't work like that. You got to figure out, where am I off at? And then you just have to, you know, go in there, restructure, pull back. Like, I pull back on the t-shirts. I can't do t-shirts right now because I'm doing this. I need this foundation right. So a lot of people like, put the t-shirts out. You know, you got to listen to yourself. It's fine. Everybody want a t-shirt, but if I'm up here exhausted and ain't getting no sleep because now I have to fill T-shirt orders at midnight. That was too much. So pull back, get a better system. So now with my T-shirts, I have it. They can sell themselves, and I don't have to be so heavily involved. So it's okay.
Definitely okay. So if it's somebody out there, listen, she just said she had to revamp herself. She had to figure out the difference. So, hey, this will apply to you. And if it does, don't be afraid to just go for it.
Right. Absolutely.
DJ, you got some questions?
I don't have any questions right now. But what I do want, or what I'm asking you to do, is if I want to get in contact with you, how do I do so? After the show or after,
Well, right now, because my website is not ready yet, because like I told you, I'm just making this switch. So right now, they can hit me up on Facebook in the inbox, or they can email me at TanishaRAtkins@gmail.com. They can reach me that way. Or on Facebook, Tanisha R. Atkins, I'm on there. And their website will be up really soon because I know it's important to have that now that I know what I'm doing. And so they can reach me like that. Just hit me up on Facebook, send me an inbox, and if you want to, I'm on there as Divas Incorporated. So if you want to talk to me about brand strategy and find out how that works, you can hit me up under Divas Incorporated.
All right, perfect. All right, any final?
I do have another question, but it was for Mama Tan and her as a whole. So we'll hold that until Mama Tan comes back.
All right. Did I hear somebody say the Hope Coach Chantate, or did I hear somebody say their mama? I don't know.
All of the above, because that's who you are. Okay. But yes, now that you're back. So for those that don't know, and I don't even know if this is appropriate, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm just going to do it, okay? So if y'all haven't seen the advertisements, it's some advertisements out there. I'm wrong again, but I believe it's called Coffee, Tea, and Christian Culture. Is that the new show name?
That is the new show name. But you got to say it right, Aisha. You can't say it like that, Aisha. You got to say.
I wanted to make sure I had it right.
No, you got to say coffee, tea, and what? Christian culture. You got to give it some.
Okay, you got to give it some spin on it. But I had to make sure. I'm going to put a spin on it. But I had to make sure I had it right before I put my spin on it. So, yes, coffee, tea, and what? Christian culture. So, that is the new show. You two collabing along with some other people. Are you guys going to tell us about it? Is it too early?
Well, this might be a good time since you asked the question. TJ, I don't know if you see the video. You can go ahead and roll that video for us, please.
So really, I was perfect, right on time.
Absolutely, you were. And there is a new talk show, a digital virtual talk show that's debuting tomorrow, Easter Sunday. Tomorrow. Yes. And it is called Coffee, Tea, and what?
Christian culture.
I see the usher over there ain't said a word. The usher over there, we got an usher. He ain't said a word. But this later. Yes, and I'm going to let Tanisha tell you a little bit about this project. It's a collaboration. So listen, if you're out there and you have a vision, and sometimes you don't have to do it alone. Collaborations are phenomenal. People can say what they want to say, but sure, Meg Thee Stallion already had her breakthrough. She was already coming through. But when that girl collaborated with who? Beyonce. Took her to a whole new level, exposed her to a whole new level. When she switched management companies and went over to where? I think he did
Jay-Z, ain't she now? Yeah, the Rock Nation or
whatever it's called.
I think it's Rock Nation.
Yeah, Rock
Rock
Nation.
Nation. When she made that change, it opened up doors. So I'm just going to say this, and then I'm gonna let Tanisha talk a little bit. You know, is who you connect with, who you collaborate with, who you sign up with, who you sign off on, all has a part of who you are, your brand, where you going, your dream. So I just want
Absolutely.
to drop that little nugget out there because there's
Yes.
somebody out there saying, well, I ain't gonna do this with nobody, and you're gonna get exactly where you at. So
That's
go ahead,
right.
Tanisha. Tell them about coffee, tea, and what?
Christian culture all day. All right, definitely, Tan. You definitely hit it right on. This is such a great show, a great adventure for us to collaborate on because we both share the same similar thoughts and ideas about Christianity as far as getting to the heart of Christianity. Not to say everything that we think the same. Anyway, I'm gonna say no joke. So it's a panel of Christian hosts, and we discuss Christianity and the culture surrounding it. And the topics can range anywhere from church hurt to what would Jesus do. It's a faith-based show with plenty of hope and inspiration to go around. So it's just we wanted to have the conversation that a lot of Christians are having behind closed doors. There's so many different myths and rituals going on nowadays, and it's just a lot of confusion. Like, is this of God? Is this not of God? Should Christian people dress up for Halloween? And should Christian people do this? So we just kind of want to talk about it and see, what does the Bible say about it? It's just getting people back to the heart of Christianity. And what are we supposed to be doing as Christians? Why do people call us judgmental and hypocritical? So just want to have a conversation. We have some lovely co-hosts that are joining us, and we're going to be on every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a great show. I think it's really just great to open the conversation and have everybody out the audience to join in and chime in and see what their thoughts are about it. We recently did a pre-show where we talked about the Kirk Franklin situation and the Lil Nas video situation. So we kind of wanted to know what's the Christian community's response to some of those things. So we'll be talking about a lot more of that stuff on the show.
Right. And then I want to say you did talk about, the phenomenal co-host that we're going to be doing. And there may be somebody out there saying, I never get chosen to do anything. I've been wanting to do this. We advertised heavily and said, hey, we're looking for people to come be a part of the team. And we got responses. So if you didn't put your name in the hat, then you took your opportunity away. Sometimes we blaming other folks for opportunities missed when we need to be looking at ourselves in the mirror.
Right.
So if you always wanted to be a part of a phenomenal team, because we are, if you always wanted to be on a talk show, because that's what we're going to do, then there was an opportunity. So, the co-hosts range from some millennials who think they run the world, did get the million on the show, to comedians, to master life coach. So it's just a very diverse group of individuals who make up the Christian community. And we want you to engage with us. We are premiering tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time. I said Eastern, Central Standard Time on Easter Sundays, what I was trying to say. Some people, Christian culture, for all my life, it was called Easter. Now, all of a sudden, it has become Resurrection Sunday.
I don't know.
What happened to Easter?
We definitely got to talk about that on the show tomorrow because when I say Easter, I feel like I'm guilty. Like, should I not say Easter? Like, I don't know.
I mean, that's all I knew. What was your Easter speech? Your Easter suit? Your Easter, colors? I mean, sunrise service, early morning service. I'm just,
yes.
So I don't know. Did we become so culturalized or Christianized that we can't now say Easter? People saying, I'm not buying my kid another Easter basket. I'm not dying another. look, y'all. Okay. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, we got to hold it to tomorrow.
Come get me, producer. Come get me.
All right, so Christian. Oh, I don't want to say it wrong. Tea and what?
First of all, you said it wrong.
Say it again for me. Say it again for me. Coffee, tea,
and Christian culture.
Say it right there. I was waiting on the and what?
You cannot be saying
and what?
Right. You didn't say it.
Wait a minute, y'all. We got a comment that I just want to show this comment.
I was gonna say, we do have a few comments here. Actually, we have Shaquana. She says, "Hey,
do your job." But Easter is for Easter Bunny. Let me be quiet. Go ahead, DJ.
Nita said that Easter's for Easter bunnies. And that is a part of Easter rituals around. So yeah, that's I guess true, huh? Anyway, Nikki says, "Hey guys." Then my boy Kenneth Cheney says,
"Hey nephew." Hey Shaquana.
All right, and right now that's all for the comments. We do got a couple of likes and hearts and stuff like that, so let them come in as they may.
Okay, all right. So where we going in with the show? Tanisha, our phenomenal brand spotlight featured Tanisha R. Atkins, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that name, Tanisha R. Atkins. She's going to be hanging out with us for the remainder of the show. She's one of the originals on the H.O.P.E Show. So we thank you for imparting it to us today about your brand. I believe DJ asked, how do we get in contact with you? Did you say messenger or social media?
Yes, right now. So that website is done because, when I'm doing something, it got to be right. I'm not a perfectionist anymore, but it's still, I need to be right. So TanishaRAtkins.com will be up sooner than later. But for now, hit me up on Facebook under Tanisha R. Atkins or Divas Incorporated.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I love it. And one last question, DJ, because he got that producer look at me. I know you talked about the Morning Coffee Podcast Show. Did you talk to us about Tough Talk Wednesdays?
I did not talk about Tough Talk Wednesdays. See, that's what I'm saying. I just wanted to wait to the website because people gonna be like, "Girl, you're doing way too much." But I do the Tough Talk with Tanisha. That's going to be on Wednesdays, but I have shifted that over to a YouTube show. That's going to be a YouTube show with that one. So once that website is up, they'll be able to kind of keep up. I'll be everywhere. You'll hit me on Morning Coffee every day. The Tough Talk Wednesdays, you're going to catch me on YouTube. Then you're going to catch that book when I launch it on my birthday. And yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Woo-hoo. And we're not going to talk about September because that's been removed from the calendar. Y'all know me and her have an ongoing battle of birthdays.
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
All right, DJ.
All right, so let's go and try to do a commercial really quickly and come back, right?
Hey, you. Yes, you. We heard you thinking you want to work from home. You want to be your own boss. You want to create your schedule. Tate Innovative Solutions has the opportunity for you. Call today, 1-800-259-0277. Must have home phone, internet, and computer. Call today, 1-800-259-0277. What are you waiting for? Get up off the couch. Well, make the couch work for you. You the boss. Call now.
I like the ending. Well, get up off the couch. Make the couch work for you.
Absolutely. Because, sometimes people be saying, I would do something if I can get up off this couch. Well, if you work from home, you don't have to get up off the couch. Just make the couch work for you.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
True. All right. So look, let's quick question. So I don't know. Look, so let's try this right here. So there's a project that we've been working on, right? And the project is taking a little time to come through. We're getting videos, we're getting voices, we're just getting a lot of things, and so the videos are pretty big and pretty long, so we can't add them all together, right, guys? So the project that I've been working on lately is what does hope mean to you? And when I say what does hope mean to you, it's you uniquely as an individual, what you believe coming from yourself, right? So I have some videos, of course. All of them will not be played today, only because we have to integrate them in separate times because the videos are too large to go at one time, right? So today we're gonna do our introductory video, which will set us to our path of what hope means to us, right? Let's take a look.
Hey guys, it's Tan Tate here, the Hope Coach, telling you what hope means to me. Hope is an acronym, helping others prevail every day. That's what I do as the Hope Coach. So hope is help. Hope helps you see in the blindness. Hope is light in the darkness. Hope is strength in the weakness. Hope helps you find joy in the sadness. Whatever you're facing, whatever you're going through, life has a way of showing up and sometimes showing out. Hope is the key. Over in Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith is the evidence of things hoped for. So it all begins with hope. I'm encouraging you today to be filled with hope, to know that it all begins with hope. Whatever you're going through, there is purpose, there is promise, and you will prevail.
Perfect. So that's one of our hope videos from our very own Hope Coach, certified life coach, phenomenal H.O.P.E, helping others prevail every day, right? So again, we have several different videos that we have, but we will play them over the course of this time and maybe the next time, only because for the sake of the overwhelming response, shall I say, of the videos, we can't play them all at one time, right? Right. So, Coach, where you want to go with this?
Are you going to play the ones that we have or no?
I will. Give me a second.
Okay. So while he gets that together, we'll come back with that. Let's go ahead and move into our hope topic of today, and that is family conflict, family drama. Family conflict, family drama. So now what? So we want to talk about hope and family conflict. Girl, you ever had any conflict, family conflict, anything like that going on?
I mean, of course.
And right on cue, the
Of
baby
course.
cry.
Exactly.
All right. Absolutely. So in your definition, let's talk about, because everybody sees things differently. What is family conflict or conflict to you? What's your definition?
Sorry, this little baby right here. I mean, as anything, not just in a family, but like anytime two people or people in the family not getting along, it's a disagreement about something silly. Because 9 times out of 10 it's something silly. Instead of just looking at it like we family, we should be able to have our opinions, agree to disagree, and move on. Like nobody should be better than somebody. But basically, that's just what it is. Like everybody not accepting the differences that everybody has. Some parents or older people don't accept the fact that the younger ones have grown up and they still look at them like the little babies, and that's conflict. And it's just a multitude of things that go on within family. We could talk about this all day long.
Right. We won't. We won't.
Look.
Tanisha R. Atkins, what is family conflict? How you see it?
I definitely agree with what Aisha just said. When the family is not on the same page, when there's division there, everybody has different visions and we're not respecting each other. It's just, you're not listening. And a lot of times you're going to have that with respect. It's missing of any relationship. You're going to have some conflict because people want to be respected. People want to feel like you don't have to agree with me, but you're going to respect me. And so When you have conflict, to me, arises when the disrespect comes in. That's not the only way, but this is one of the ways, you know. Just everybody on their own page doing their own thing. Ain't nobody trying to really hear nobody to get on the same page because everybody got their own agenda. So it's just like conflict. We ain't seeing eye to eye.
Okay, not seeing eye to eye. The Millie. Conflict.
Let me just give you an example of conflict, and that's gonna really answer the whole question. So most families have conflicts when there's a passing of a loved one, and they all trying to get either money or the materialistic things. It's called conflict, and it also is drama, all in the same situation. So that's conflict. And if anybody know, you heard somebody have conflict, if you say you've never had conflict like that, then bless your soul, because guess what? It happens and it gets ugly. But
I concur with DJ. My family just went through that. It's a mess. It's a mess when you fighting over. You talking about somebody that just died and went on, and it's just like people really show their true colors when somebody died. You really see the real them. Sure.
For sure.
Yes, I totally agree with everything
in the comments. Sorry, Mama.
Okay, DJ will get to it. I totally agree with everything that you guys have said. So, DJ, if you want to ask, we can see the question, and then we can move on to this topic.
Question says, can you have conflict and don't know you have conflict?
Okay, we'll do a round table. First, we're just going to say either yes or no. Tanisha, yes or no? Can you have conflict and don't know you have conflict? Yes or no?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Nisha, yes or no? Conflict and know you don't have it. Yes. The Millie.
I'm more so at a no, but yes at the same time. Y'all know I'm always on the fence.
Right. I totally agree with the yeses, because conflict doesn't always mean that you are knowledgeable of the conflict.
Right.
And which we're going to kind of talk about that when we talk about adding our hope twist, because we talk about real life issues and we bring real life solutions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a hard yes for me. You can have conflict and don't know you have conflict, because the conflict may be they talking to everybody else about you and you don't know it until somebody else bring it to you, then you know. So it's absolutely yes, you can have conflict. So we've gotten some pretty accurate definitions, examples of family conflict. So we all know that we have family conflict. So we want to move into the solution side of it, because we want to give you real life solutions. And I'm going to start off with my first thing. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I won't do them all. But that's how we're going to roll about the solutions. So my first question when it comes to family conflict is, on the solution side, is what is your role in it? Mm-hmm. Every person needs to ask themselves, once you know about it, what's your role in it? And then what are you going to do with it? And when I talk about roles, ROLE, what role are you playing in the family conflict? Are you the one starting it? Are you the one carrying it? Are you the one that's a victim of it? What's your role? What you guys think?
Right. It sounds like you're saying basically like taking ownership in where you are in the situation. And I think a lot of times us as a people, society, we like to point fingers at people and tell everybody, well, this is what she did and this is what he did. But you have to come to realize that you can't change people. That's the biggest lesson that we have to learn, is that you can't change people, but what you can do is work on changing yourself, even if that means changing the way you responded to what they did, or changing how you positioned yourself to let that happen to you. You have to change you, and you have to just realize that. But I totally agree with what you said. Everything you said, I just want to kind of piggyback and add that on to what you just said.
Absolutely. So y'all know I like to give points. So we said A, know your role. B, once you identify your role, work on changing that role. What can
Right.
you do? Take
Right.
ownership and accountability of that role.
Mm-hmm.
Ish or DJ, whichever one, gonna chime in next.
I'm gonna agree with Tanisha. I definitely think you're saying take ownership. Like instead of being a person who either knows and not help to resolve it, basically just figure out where you stand within the family conflict
Right.
and try not to be a person to carry it, but help bring the family together so we can acknowledge it, agree to disagree, and move on.
Okay, so we have identify your role, ownership, accountability, and then 3, seek solutions. DJ?
Look, I don't even know. So I don't deal with family conflict because I go the other way and go to my house and close the door,
But,
right?
you know that
me.
they're still dealing with it. Listen, guys,
So
wait a minute, DJ, because you said that, I got to say this. Conflict is not a bad thing. Conflict is good because that's how you get resolution. That's how you get progress. That's how you move forward. Now, how we handle it is where the negative connotation come in at. But conflict itself, it's a good thing. It is not a bad thing to have conflict. And even if you don't deal with it and you go to your house, like Millie was saying, and I know he got a second part. I know he gonna say I made him forget his thoughts. So let me hurry up. You can remember it. It's you. Even if you walk away, you still dealing with it. Is it? But you have to ask yourself, is it effective? So go ahead, Millie.
not dealing with it and walking away may not be effective at the very moment, but you have to understand that there has to be some type of peace before a conflict can be resolved.
I love
Um,
that. I love that
and
because that's good. Keep going. That's good.
and if I ain't ready, then I ain't ready. But
Right.
I mean, all in all, I mean, you need all of those aspects that everyone has said. But I'm definitely gonna say you definitely gonna need some peace first before anything.
That's true.
Absolutely. I love it. And that peace has to come from within you, identifying your role, owning it, changing it, and then looking for a solution. So I want to give you a list of things to avoid in conflict because now we want to talk about the effectiveness of what you've been doing. A, avoid being defensive because you won't ever get anywhere as long as you're defensive about it. Don't be defensive. B, don't be selfish. You know, don't be about, well, this is me, 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 me. You know, take the opportunity to see it from the other side. Not that the other side is right or wrong, but you don't want to be selfish. And here are some things that you should do. A, you need to listen with empathy. And you can do that because you're not selfish. B, you need to do what the Millie said. Take a break. If you got to walk away and take a break, do that. Take a break from it. C, don't talk about what somebody else did. Only talk about you. And I'm going to give you guys a real life example. Right now, I'm going through something with my family. Had no idea that it was going down the way it was going down. So there was conflict. I didn't know about it. Once I found out about it, I was able to address it. And I didn't address what the person did or said. I addressed it from the standpoint of, you know, my character, you know, my integrity. Would never do this, would never do that. And lastly, sometimes you got to call a thing a thing. In order to get to the resolution, I had to call a thing a thing. So the person that was stirring the conflict called it out in front of everybody that you said what you said to. And I didn't do that to further engage in the conflict. I did that as a resolution. So you don't went around and said all this stuff to different people in front of everybody. You said what you said. Here are the facts. So sometimes you have to call a thing a thing. But remember, conflict is a good thing. Even in what I'm dealing with my family, I'm still, it's a good thing, because the truth is going to always give you options. The lie will always be a lie, because you got to tell another lie, and another lie. A lie remains a lie. Truth gives you options. And that truth is identifying what your role is. Your truth is stop pointing the finger, stop blaming somebody else. We know that there are, conflict stirs among us. We have them in our families. It's been going on since the beginning of time. Didn't somebody kill his brother at the beginning, the first family? Cain and Abel?
Very true.
Cain and Abel, story in the Bible. Killed their brothers. So family conflict. So don't be saying, I don't know where this came from, where it started. I can't believe this. This has been going on since the beginning of time. I can't think of his name, but his brothers wanted to sell him because they was jealous, because they said that he was their father's favorite.
Yeah, that was
I don't know if it was Joseph. I think it was Joseph. So family conflict been going on since the beginning of the time. Let's talk about the prodigal son. Most time people always talk about the father and the son relationship, but it was two brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And one was mad at the other brother. He was mad that when he came back, how his dad was, in his words, not paraphrasing, honoring and glorifying him. Dad said, listen, son, you had access to all this yourself. Only person stopping you was you. So family conflict happens. What we do with it is on us. We've given you some tips on how to approach and resolve your family conflict. Yes, Jesus was betrayed by the people he chose and put in front of him. So family conflict happens. You're not the first family to go through what you're going through. You won't be the last. And remember, I said I called a thing a thing. I didn't call a thing at first in front of everybody else. I picked up the phone and I called the person and I said, what have I done to make you hate me?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, me and you. Sometimes you got to get to the root of that thing. You got to get to the source of that thing. Call a thing a thing. And it used to be a time in my life where I was like, woe is me. My son would tell you, see, my mama always been a peacemaker. She always been a peacemaker. And God even says, blessed are the peacemakers.
Yeah.
But making and creating peace also comes from dealing with conflict. Even if the resolution is we agree to disagree. And sometimes in families, I'm not pushing this, but sometimes you do have to cut them off. Sometimes you may have to stop talking for a while. You shouldn't have to, but you may have to. Because you got to remove that toxic environment. But what I urge you to do first and foremost is identify your role. Because all you can do, like Tanisha said, is work on you.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
That's my take on the family conflict. Like I said, it's been going on since the beginning of time. Any other comments, last words, whatever?
I just like to say, like my girl B and J say, nobody wins when the family feuds. So even though it's gonna be conflict, I think you should definitely do what you can to resolve it. I'm like DJ, when conflict arises, I'm going another way because I just Me and all, I don't have time for. Most people don't know how to sit down and have a simple conversation and say, "This is what's going on with me. This is what I feel like you did." Because some people just get too irate, and I just don't have time for that. So, I'll try to talk to you about it. But if it seems like you're not on that level, we can have a conversation. Then I'm gonna just make sure that I work on me and see what I could have done better about the situation. And I'm going the other way, So I would just say, there's so much more power in unity than there is division. And so if it's a way y'all can resolve it and you can swallow a little bit of pride here and there, I ain't saying being a bully and just laying down and take it all the time. But if it's something that you can bend on without it compromising who you are, I would say, work on that to get everybody back on the right track as much as you can. So that's my take on it. And my tripod doing some funny stuff here.
Okay, and I love that take on it. And again, I just want to plant the seed that conflict is not a negative thing. What we do with it is what's negative, because we're gonna disagree. So I see Miss Nita have a comment. She said God had to break my heart to save my life. So that's her relationship between her and God. But I know sometimes we break our own hearts based on the choices that we make. And I'm just doing this based on my story. And I just shared it with somebody yesterday, who I was saying, when my daughter was killed, oftentimes I hear people say, well, God knew best. He had to pick another flower. He needed another angel. And God told me himself, I wanted her to have long life. It was her choice that led to her death. I'm a free will God. I did not pluck another flower. I did not need another angel. I needed her to fulfill her God-given destiny and purpose, but I also respected her choices. He said, I warned her. You warned her. So don't come at me with that mess. I'm just telling you what God told me. That's how I got what I needed from that. Because I was mad at God. But God had to show me and break me on down. And then after that, I repented and I apologized to God. And I'm free. So that's just me. Like a little kid that says, why all black kids always say to their kids, you got money for Wingstop. Sometimes we place blame on God and we need to be looking at ourselves. Miss Nita, I'm not saying that that's what you're doing. I'm just putting that in the atmosphere for somebody who may, have been in a place that I was in. All right, DJ, because I know we got about 2-3 minutes left. How we going to round out the show today?
All right, so I think that's pretty much the wrap of the show today. I'm gonna go.
No, I thought you had some videos.
We're gonna go. Can I finish, please? So that's pretty much the wrap of the show today. We're gonna run right into our shout outs, but right before we get to our shout outs, we're gonna run this tape so you guys can see what hope means to others as well as what it meant to the Hope Coach, right?
So you know what that means?
Can you see the video when it's playing? Or is it black? No?
Hello and good evening to you. I want to talk about what hope means to me. And what hope means to me is a person that has overcome or is willing to overcome. It definitely means strength, as well as courage, as well as an affirmation that hope is possible. That's what hope means to me.
What is hope? Hope is a positive expectancy. The Bible says that faith is the substance for all things hoped for and the evidence of the unseen. Hope is not only a positive expectancy, but it's an expectancy that requires your work, your time, and your efforts. For example, some of us hope to lose weight or have this banging summer body or just overall be in good health. So with that, there is some work that comes behind it. Some of us, may go through different detox regimens. Some of us work out. Others of us eat as healthy as we possibly can. But you are putting in that work in hopes to accomplish your goal. So in all, I would say that hope is the very thing that ties within your faith. For the Bible says, it is impossible to please God without faith, or faith without works is dead. I think the same exact thing that applies with hope. It's impossible to have hope without faith, and it's impossible to accomplish those goals that you hope to accomplish without your faith. So that's what hope is to me, and I hope this helps y'all. Y'all have a very blessed day.
Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know what my definition of hope means to me. Hope for me can just simply be believing in the unknown. Whatever positive, whatever negative it may be, taking full accountability of whatever shall come, but definitely prayer. Having faith of a mustard seed that things will work out for you. All you have to do is have a little bit of hope, and it will definitely take you a long way. So I hope that people are taking this time to do the work within yourself, on yourself, for yourself, by yourself, and having that faith and believing that whatever shall be will be. But also knowing that God is definitely the head and the tail for all things hopeful. So I hope that is something that you guys are definitely connecting with and doing the work for with this season, because if nothing else, you definitely had to have a little bit of hope to get you through this season we just went through. So I hope that helps somebody along the way. Thank you.
Hey guys, hope is having faith. Hope is overcoming. Hope is a journey. Hope to me is a positive state of mind. Hope is encouragement. Hope is having a optimistic mind state. One thing I know, hope is helpful, okay? And you have to have that. You have to be persistent with your hope. Hope is everything.
Yeah, so hope. Look, guys, those are the videos that we're going to play today. Now, next time on the show, we're going to play a few more videos for you guys to see. And as they come in, we'll play a few more, right? So I want to take the time out right now, stop everything to thank everybody, every individual that has sent me a video, whether it was this morning, last night, 2 weeks ago. I thank you, right? We thought about this project. We thought about, hey, look, we always say what hope means to us. Let's see what hope means to someone else, right? So, and that someone else is you. So if you're out there and you haven't sent your video yet, guess what? It's not too late. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what hope means to you. We always say it, but now it's your turn. Send us your video as soon as you can, and we'll broadcast that video right here so that you can share your piece of hope with us and with also the audience that is also listening, right? So thank you, guys. I thank you. I can't thank you enough for the videos. Some of these videos, Hope Coach haven't seen. Some more videos that she still hasn't seen. Some surprising people that she didn't even know was making a video. So thank you, guys. Thank you.
Because was it a surprise in that video?
Secreta?
Yes, I thought that was her.
That was secret.
Yes. Yes. I thought, and I was surprised. Wow. I'm excited about this. Um, wow. That's all I can say is wow. So we're gonna do the shout outs.
Yeah,
What
let's
a
go
way
ahead.
to close out the show. And if it's okay with you, after we do the shout outs, can we just close out the show and let the video play one more time? I
Sure.
just would like to do that. Okay. Ish, it's on you.
Yeah, Ish, come on, Ish. She is frozen laughing.
I love it.
I see internet keep going out. Like, this has been a tragic day for me. The internet disconnecting and connecting. I don't know. But anyway, shout out to the Hope Squad for always being here, providing hope, spreading that hope, spreading the word. Eden, we miss you, Pooh. Hope you're enjoying Florida. See you next week. Have a birthday for me. To everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for always being a part. Thank y'all for allowing us to make this possible. Tanisha, thank you so much for coming on and being our spotlight / co-host. We enjoy you every time you are around. And I just want to, spread hope and love and joy to everybody. Thank everybody so much for being here. We could not do this without you.
All right. I want to give a shout out to, again, everybody that sent me a video, that's going to send me a video. This is my shout out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Send the videos because I'm still needing them. Just send them. Just send them. What does hope mean to you? I'm going to post later about what hope mean to you video. It says March Madness video, so I will post that later. You can send your videos to me personally again. And then there's also hopethisIsus@gmail.com, so you can also send them there. So we are still wanting videos. Yes. So that is my shout out for today. Thank you guys for sending the videos. Thank you guys for participating. And the rest of my thank yous go, of course, to the Hope team and to the audience out there. Thank you.
Absolutely. And I'd just like to give a shout out to the Millie, to DJ, who's working tirelessly on this project. What does hope mean to you? To Eden, Aisha Charmaine, no last name. Girl, thank you. We still waiting on the poll of the week to come back. You know how you do. We're looking forward to that. Yes, we're looking forward to the poll.
Look for it starting this week. It's coming back.
You guys know on third Saturdays, you got DJ, the Millie How You See segment. So make sure you tune in every Saturday. But on the third Saturday, you make sure you tune in. And then also we got E, not to say that, hey, E, she represents small mom, representing the single moms in the house and all of that. Eden, we do miss you, girl. Hope you're enjoying your time in Florida. Hope you're wearing a mask wherever you at. Because some of y'all are like, hold on. Some of y'all are like, we're still not in a pandemic. Okay. I'm just gonna say that there. But if you follow me or you my friend on Facebook, you see that video I posted about the mask. So make sure you're wearing your mask and make sure you're staying safe and doing safe things because we are still in a pandemic. So please protect yourself and your family. Stay safe. To the Hope fam, to everyone who chimed in today, your comments, thank you. To Mr. Tate, we miss having your moment on the Hope Show. We hope you're going to come back and give us a moment, by way of Peace Be Still Ministries. We miss you. We miss that word moment of hope. So come on back and bring it to us. To everybody watching on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, thank you so much for being a partaker of this broadcast. The Hope Show, we're the show that gets you in the game. Hope is helping others prevail every day. And as we go off air today, we're going to leave you with the videos of you, what hope means to you. Don't forget to send them in to DJ.
Hello and good evening to you. I want to talk about what hope means to me. And what hope means to me is a person that has overcome or is willing to overcome. It definitely means strength, as well as courage, as well as an affirmation that hope is possible. That's what hope means to me.
What is hope? Hope is a positive expectancy. You know, the Bible says that faith is the substance for all things hoped for and the evidence of the unseen. Hope is not only a positive expectancy, but it's an expectancy that requires your work, your time, and your efforts. For example, some of us hope to lose weight or have this banging summer body or just overall be in good health. So with that, there is some work that comes behind it. Some of us, may go through different detox regimens. Some of us work out. Others of us eat as healthy as we possibly can. But you are putting in that work in hopes to accomplish your goal. So in all, I would say that hope is the very thing that ties within your faith. For the Bible says, it is impossible to please God without faith, or faith without works is dead. I think the same exact thing that applies with hope. It's impossible to have hope without faith, and it's impossible to accomplish those goals that you hope to accomplish without your faith. So that's what hope is to me, and I hope this helps y'all. Y'all have a very blessed day.
Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know what my definition of hope means to me. Hope for me can just simply be believing in the unknown. Whatever positive, whatever negative it may be, taking full accountability of whatever shall come, but definitely prayer. Having faith of a mustard seed that things will work out for you. All you have to do is have a little bit of hope, and it will definitely take you a long way. So I hope that people are taking this time to do the work within yourself, on yourself, for yourself, by yourself, and having that faith and believing that whatever shall be will be. But also knowing that God is definitely the head and the tail for all things hopeful. So I hope that that is something that you guys are definitely connecting with and doing the work for with this season, because if nothing else, you definitely had to have a little bit of hope to get you through this season we just went through. So I hope that helps somebody along the way. Thank you.
Hey guys, hope is having faith. Hope is overcoming. Hope is a journey. Hope to me is a positive state of mind. Hope is encouragement. Hope is having a optimistic mind state. One thing I know, hope is helpful, okay? And you have to have that. You have to be persistent with your hope. Hope is everything.